Okay, today we're gonna work on NRHA pattern number 1. I'm gonna go through nice and slow on Jeffrey here. He's a 3-year-old gelding that's never done a pattern before, so this will be really good for him. This is one of those ones that goes up and down the middle, so it's, a lot of people are kind of like, oh, that's a hard one. I think if you are prepared and you know what's coming next, I don't think it's as hard as you think. I mean, it's just maneuvers, right? So just in a little different order. So we'll take our time here the first time. Next time we'll come through a little faster and see how that goes. Okay, so pattern 1 calls for you to run up and down the center of the arena. Now most pens across the country, they're gonna have a gate right here, so you're probably running through the gate. This arena here does not, so I have to walk in, hang a left, and then stand here and get set up to go do my rundown. What I would tell you to do, the center line in this arena, there's some big old fans down the middle that mark the center line. I would tell you to be just to the right of that, maybe a horse's width or 2. Reason why, when you get done backing up and you do your spins, now you're on top of the middle, where if you go right down the center, after you do your spins, you're a horse's length past the middle, so it doesn't give you as much time to lope off. Now, with that being said, if you're at the end of a drag and there's a ton of bad ground out there and you kind of got to maneuver, that's completely okay. Now, loping off here, there's no call for which lead to take. So what I'm going to do, I have a choice here. I'm going to take whichever lead I think my horse is best at. I don't know yet because this guy's never been shown. I'm just going to take the right lead. Got to make sure I'm loped off before that center cone, no trotting. We're going to go nice and easy for his first time, just so you can see where we want to be. Whoa. Got to make sure I get past that last marker over there. If you don't get past that, that's a 2-point penalty. I'm going to back up just a couple steps here, roll back left. I'm rolling back, immediately looking back to where I want to go, down that middle, picking a target out. Now in my actual pattern, I'm not going to back up. I'm just doing that to kind of reinforce to this horse when I ask him to stop. Oh. Okay, again. Past the end cone. Now I don't think that it's necessarily ideal for you to turn your head and look for that cone, but I'd rather you do that than take that 2-point penalty. Again, you see I'm making a big deal out of that. 2-point penalties are very, very hard to overcome. Okay, again, got my stop, back up a couple steps, roll back to the right all the way through. Now this one right here, this is another chance that if you're way off to the side, to the left of that center, bring yourself back to the middle. This particular stop, I don't have to go past the middle or past the end cone. All I've got to do is just go past the middle. What I want to do here is I just want to run until that horse feels good, and then I'll go ahead and stop. Then I've got to back up to the middle. If you have a horse that doesn't back up very well, that's probably going to factor into how far you run down on that third stop. I don't want to have to show more of things that my horse doesn't do well. Now another thing on this backup, back your horse's hip to the center cone, not their head. Reason why? When you do your first set of spins, it's fine, but your second set of spins, you would end up about 2 horses width over the middle. So now you're not set up to be in the center. I'm gonna really let my horse settle here because I just asked him to roll back 2 times. So he could be thinking when that neck rein comes, he could be thinking a rollback is coming. So I wanna really let him think, relax here, and really kind of, let him really think about what we're getting ready to do next. Slowly ask for these spins. Whoa. 4 spins, shut right off. Again, when I'm doing those spins, I try to think 1, 2, 3, whoa, so I get that shut off. Notice how I started him real slow, just to be on the safe side, make sure that he doesn't jump into that spin. Okay, he's settled, go back the other way. Whoa. A little bit of an overspin. If you do overspin, it's not a huge deal. Don't panic and try to, fuss around and get that horse back straight again. They probably already saw it, it's over. Don't go getting your horse scared by, you know, making a huge deal out of it. Just fix them, get back straight, and get ready for the next maneuver. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk forward just a little bit. Don't wanna go too much. 3 or 4 steps is plenty. The rule book doesn't say to go on a trail ride and then lope off. Lope off on the left lead. I'm running my fast circle here, really looking up, paying attention to pattern placement, which means basically symmetrical pattern and just doing exactly what the book says. Come to the middle here. Got to do a big fast circle, drop down to a small slow here. Trying to make a nice round circle. Making sure I hit that middle. It's an easy way to lose half a point, is just missing the middle. It's not a penalty, but it's a deduct on maneuver. Back out to a fast circle. Cruise through here, getting ready for a lead change. Want to make sure I come through nice and straight. Change, good. Running my fast circle on this side. Now, because I'm just going through nice and easy here, I'm gonna handle him a little bit, make sure that he's behaving the way he normally would if we were just on a normal training day. Come back, hit this middle, slow down, good. Try to make my small circle on this side the same as the one on the other. Speed it up. Really trying to use this whole arena. I don't want to cut off part of the, you know, a corner or something like that. I want to use this whole arena. Make sure I hit that middle. Change leads. A little bit late there. And then now I just got to come down and do my last stop, which is supposed to be on the side. So I'm going to come, turn the corner here. And now all I've got to do is just run past the middle, but I'll run as far as I need to here. Oh. And then stand still, no backup here. Make sure at the end here you really stand and settle. Don't get yourself in a hurry, as the horse might walk off or start backing up and you run the risk of getting a 0. All right, so there's pattern 1. I'm actually pretty happy because I told you Jeffrey here's never done it. He's a 3-year-old. That's his first show's coming up soon. And, you know, going through nice and easy, if you watch, he actually did everything nice and relaxed. And that should also kind of show you, if you will break that pattern down into pieces, it's not so overwhelming. And I think that you'll find it's really not that tough. You know, now, as long as your horse can stop and spin, right? If your horse can do all the maneuvers, just break that thing apart, and then you'll find when you add that whole thing up, next thing you know, you're done, and you'll have gotten yourself a good pattern.